This is the Allen Memorial Institute. It houses the psychiatry department of the Royal Victoria Hospital. It is currently a respected psychiatric hospital, but between 1957 and 1964, it was the backdrop to a dark, terrible secret, Project MK Ultra. Not much is known about Project MK Ultra. Most of the documentation was destroyed in a desperate attempt to hide the truth. The few documents that remain tell of a top-secret research program aimed at developing chemical-induced mind control, the kind of stuff that would make the movies like Manchurian Candidate look like child's play. Just how successful their experiments were, we'll never know. The program was officially halted in 1973, but some of the discoveries trickled down through the grapevine. They were passed on by word of mouth through hushed whispers. They speak of a secret method that gives the power to trigger the natural chemicals in a person's body to unleash feelings of intense sexual desire and obsession. How do I know? Because I've been handed over this knowledge. I've seen it work, I've used it myself, and I've been made to take an oath to never share this knowledge, if not with a handful of students who must first prove themselves worthy. I'm about to break that oath. I'm Trip, and what I'm about to tell you is going to bring a powerful change in your life. It will wash away years of frustration and humiliation and put you in a position where you are finally in control of the dating game. By the end of this video, you will have the power to trigger massive biological attraction that women can't resist, a backdoor secret previously known only to those on the inside that lets you avoid rejection and have women crawling on their knees to sleep with you. I'll show you the hidden communication mechanisms that creep below the surface of every conversation. These are unknown to 99% of men. You'll learn how to send a woman's attraction sensors into overdrive, and the 3 most dangerous mistakes that 80% of men make when trying to meet, date, and sleep with high-quality women, and how you can avoid those mistakes. I don't know how much longer I'll have this video online, so watch this right now while you still can. What are the odds you'll discover something totally new and unexpected today? I can guarantee you've never seen anything like what I'm about to reveal to you today, and it's guaranteed to work for you, regardless of your looks, age, height, or how much money you have. So make sure you keep watching. But first I need to tell you a story, a very embarrassing story. You see, at this point in my life, you could say I'm in a pretty good place. I've got the rock-solid confidence I need to be able to walk up to any woman, no matter how drop-dead gorgeous she is, and get her flirting with me. By the time we're done talking, I'll have her number, a guaranteed date, and a flawless game plan for leading her every step into my bedroom. I can do it because I've developed a system that allows me to get these results anytime, anywhere. In a library, in a cafeteria, in a nightclub, on a bus. The best part? I've shared these skills with countless men of all shapes, sizes, ages, skill, education, and economic background. And they are now getting the same mind-blowing results with the women they've always desired, but could never get before. I've coached all over the world in one-on-one and live seminars. I've been featured on National Geographic, and you know what? 9 times out of 10, I'll get the classic line, "Nah, this won't work for me. I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too ugly, I'm too broke, I'm too stupid." However, I prove them wrong every time. The system works because it's been field tested thousands of times by myself and my students. Because of this system, I've been able to date some of the hottest, smartest, and most amazing women in the world. However, it wasn't always like that. You know how it is for some guys with women. They just get it. They're naturals. And that's exactly what I was in high school. I was a natural repellent. Most girls couldn't even consider me friend material, let alone relationship material. I'd try to chat up a girl, and one of 2 things would happen. She'd either ignore me completely, as if I didn't exist, or she'd smirk, frown, and just shrug me off with a, "yeah, whatever, loser." The few girls who considered me above insect level automatically condemned and confined me for all eternity to the dreaded friend zone. It was like turning on Google's spam filter, except for me, it was the friend zone filter. Looking back, I feel like banging my head against the wall. Had I known then what I know today, I could have bypassed that friend filter easily. by using one simple technique that works every time. In fact, I'll be telling you about this technique later on, so stick around. First, there's more you need to hear, because it gets worse. Eventually, after years of loneliness, embarrassment, and frustration, I finally got lucky. In the same way that one falls off a bike and is lucky to break an arm instead of his neck. Basically, a couple of friends of mine had been dating casually for about 2 months, but the dude broke it off unexpectedly. I got along well with the girl, so I thought I'd make a move. Her name was Brittany. Was she hot? Hell no. She was average at best, and I'm being generous here. She was hope. So I hit that. I found her alone, dragged my sorry ass up to her, and muttered, "Hey, you wanna go out on a date with me?" Her reply? "Well, I guess." Wow, I was blown away. It wasn't an enthusiastic yes, but at least it wasn't a no. So we started dating, and I was all over her. I wasn't about to let this prized possession get away from me. And then something went wrong. She kept talking about her ex, the guy she barely spent 2 months dating. She kept saying how she'd never forget about him and how she still wanted him, even though she was dating me. And there I was, soaking it all up, clinging desperately to this girl, despite the fact that she had absolutely no interest in me. Hey, give me a break, I was desperate, okay? Eventually, I became so needy that she dumped me. My soul was crushed. I was convinced no other girl would ever want me. I was destined to be alone. Want to hear the kicker? A couple of months later, I bumped into her ex, the guy she had been obsessing about all along. He asked me about her, and I told him how we broke up, how she was still obsessing over him, and how she could never understand why he dumped her. He looked at me in disbelief. Man, seriously? She still doesn't get it? I'm gay. And that's when I realized just how bad I was with women. Here was a guy who wasn't even interested in women, and yet he still had a woman obsessing over him, wanting him and rejecting me. I was shattered. You know, it's pretty sad when I look back at the past version of me. I wish I could travel back in time and shake some sense into my old self. If only I had known then what I know now, man, would things have been different. First of all, I wouldn't have settled for a girl who didn't even like me. I wouldn't even have settled, period. This is one of the most crucial things I help my students achieve. You choose a woman. Don't settle for the first one that falls in your lap. Once you reach that level, your life changes forever. You're empowered, you're confident, and you are finally happy and free to live life and have relationships on your own terms, regardless of your looks, your background, your intelligence, what car you drive, or how much money you have in the bank. And that's exactly where you're going to be by the time you and I are done talking. All of this is already at your fingertips. You just need to know which button to push, in which sequence, and for how long. And I'm about to show you all of that, and so much more. Now, I need you to stay focused and listen attentively. You don't want to miss a word. I'll be telling you about my system soon enough. First, I need to give you some perspective. After the major flop with Brittany, I moved to Los Angeles and got a random job. If you've ever been to Hollywood, you've seen some of the girls there. They're all perfect 10s. Every day I had to walk by beautiful women. After what I had been through, I didn't have the courage to speak with any of them. And even if I did, I wouldn't have known what to say to get them to stop and pay attention to me. I was too terrified to approach them, let alone get them attracted to me. My confidence was shredded, and it never even occurred to me that this was something I could fix. This lasted a good few months until one day a buddy of mine dropped by my place in California. As we chatted, he told me about this book called The Game. It talked about these nerdy guys picking up hot girls and having lots of wild sexual escapades. Reluctantly, I gave the book a read. It was a revelation. I realized I could actually learn this stuff. Dating is a skill, just like a video game. At first you suck big time, then learn new skills, then you level up. And finally, you kill the dragon and get the princess. Or something like that. So I decided to really nail this thing. I read everything I could get my hands on. I became obsessed, and that's an understatement. I attended seminars, got coaching. I
I devoured books on female psychology and evolutionary psychology. I learned about body language and how to get people to like you. I studied this stuff harder than any other subject in school. Finally, after consuming all the material that I could take in, I decided to go out and try meeting women face to face. So here I was on my first night out at the club, ready to unleash every technique in the book on an army of gorgeous women. And man, let me tell you, the sound of my flop could be heard in Japan. I couldn't even approach one single woman. You want to know why? All the information I read was great, in print. However, it did nothing to prepare me for the real world and how to truly interact with high-quality females. I had devoted a huge amount of time to learning pickup material, such as pickup lines and routines like putting women down to demonstrate superiority. But that felt dishonest and inauthentic. I wasn't being my true self. I hated it. And that prevented me from approaching women. I wanted a high-quality woman, not just any woman. I realized that using cheesy lines from some pickup artist was never going to get me the kind of relationship I wanted. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the material I read was bad. It can only take you so far. When it comes to having high-quality interactions with women, or with anybody for that matter, lies and deceit aren't the way. You'll get caught. And once you do, you're discredited forever. Maybe it's okay for people who only want shallow 5-minute interactions with anyone they meet. However, I wanted more than that. So I decided to figure this thing out my way. To redesign the whole approach in a way that brings me powerful, meaningful relationships with smart, hot, amazing women. These women can instinctively pick up on your bullshit and your stories and rehearsed lines and blow your face wide open with a nasty glare. However, if you approach them with authenticity, they'll be eating out of your hands in minutes. I made a vow to make going out an obsession. I wanted to teach myself how to do this in a natural way, to figure out the core principles of attraction and how to apply them to my personality. So I went out 5 to 7 nights a week for over 3 years. I mastered how to talk to women and get them attracted to me. I probably approached over 1,000 girls determined to take this stuff to the next level. Did I make mistakes? Hell yeah. Way more than I care to remember, but over time it got easier and easier. I started seeing the patterns, the systems, the machinery behind it all. And I realized that in a way, dating is pretty much like a machine. You only need to learn to push the right buttons. Until one day, a guy approached me at a club and said, "Hey man, you've been doing this a long time. I admire your tenacity. You're doing pretty well, but you could be doing 20 times better. And I can help you do that." I don't know what it was about the guy, but I trusted him. So I listened to him and watched in fascination as he approached woman after woman and got them swooning over him. I hung on to every word he said. By the end of the night, my mind was wide open. Here's the funny thing. I don't even remember his name, and I wouldn't even recognize him if I saw him. All I know is that by using everything he taught me, I was dating models, actresses, and magazine hot girls who enriched my life in so many different ways, and not just sexually. I learned how to network and talk to people. I learned how to get strangers to respect me in only 5 minutes. I could walk into any room and command attention, which led to job offers and even wild experiences like late-night parties at mansions. I lived a lifestyle that was beyond my wildest dreams. My passion for sharing this knowledge became so strong that I started teaching it to other guys. The guys I worked with saw results immediately. I'd helped them avoid all the mistakes that I made during my years of doing approaches and kept them away from all the faking and bullshit they thought they had to do to pick up women. Instead, I taught them how to be authentic and how to trigger the natural chemicals inside a woman's body to naturally meet and attract women. Men kept flocking to me in greater numbers, and soon I realized I couldn't help them all in person, and that's when I started Trip Advice, to teach men how to authentically and naturally get the kind of women they always wanted. For the past 5 years, I've flown all around the world, teaching powerful techniques such as how to talk to hot women, how to flirt with women, and get them to crave you sexually. I created a YouTube channel with thousands of tips and techniques to help guys just like you get a head start in the dating game. Maybe that's how you found me. In just over a year, it has grown to over 100,000 subscribers, with over 13 million views and counting. I get emails from guys literally every day asking me to help them change their life from one of mediocrity and frustration to one of confidence and success with women. I've helped regular Joes, multimillionaires, even famous musicians attract more women, whether it be for one night of mind-blowing sex, a one-week fling, or a lifelong relationship. I've helped guys get high-quality girlfriends and long-term relationships. I've helped men become the most powerful version of themselves, where they can lead a life they control, having more fun, meeting more beautiful women, socializing with confidence, and becoming the most popular person in the room. I was even chosen to approach girls live on National Geographic, where I got a bunch of numbers. I've taught at seminars all around the world showing guys techniques for discovering the secrets to mastering attraction. Why am I telling you all this? Because I want you to experience this same success for yourself by using this proven system for meeting more women and getting more dates. Keep in mind, even though I've been very successful helping guys like you overcome their struggles to meet and date women, I'm exactly like you in so many ways. I've had my rough times, I've had my humiliations, I've gone through times where I couldn't even lift my head and look at a woman, let alone approach her and get her number and date her. I know how you feel. I know the place you're in because it was my home for way longer than I care to remember. However, with a ton of hard work, I managed to claw my way out. I invested all of my energy into this so you wouldn't have to. I mapped it all out for you. I made all the mistakes on your behalf. I failed again and again so you would succeed right away. And now I'm about to give you this proven step-by-step formula. The formula that will allow someone like you to date the kind of magazine hot women that would make your head spin. Trust me, you'll be getting women who don't need Photoshop to appear on a front cover. It's the blueprint I used myself to date gorgeous, educated, sexy, interesting women. Those women who looked untouchable. And I've designed it in a way that helps you get the exact same value as my bootcamp students, but at a fraction of the cost. I'll share all the specifics with you in just a moment. First, I want to make good on my promise. I promised you earlier that I'd make it worth your time to watch this video. I'm about to share with you the 3 biggest mistakes guys make when trying to meet, attract, and date high-quality women, and what you can do to avoid these lethal mistakes. Mistake number 1. Guys believe looks, height, and money matter. I've had hundreds of students complain to me that they can't get the girl because they're ugly or broke or short. Let me tell you something. That's not what is preventing you from getting the girl. Back when we were living in caves and hitting each other on the head with huge rocks, a woman didn't care about a man's money or looks. It was his leadership qualities and other behavioral cues that demonstrated value. Let me tell you the truth about a few key things that attract a high-quality woman. The type of woman that every guy stares at when she walks by. First of all, a woman wants a man who is comfortable around women. Yet, she also wants a man she can trust. No guy is getting into the pants of a girl who doesn't trust him. Trust builds attraction. However, don't confuse this with being mysterious. Of course, having mystery about you is sexy and appealing to women, but it can't come from a shady place. A woman will trust and feel comfortable with you if you know how to touch her. It shows that you've done this before. The mysterious side would be telling her about some amazing travels of yours while being deliberately scarce with the details, leaving her wanting more. A woman also wants a man with a fun and interesting personality. A couple of ways to craft a great personality is being passionate about what you do, being able to tell interesting stories about your life and making her laugh. This is the type of man she's really looking for. Instead of money, a woman wants a guy who displays the traits of a man who is successful, even if he's not. You see, it's not about looks or height or money. It's about being the best version of yourself possible and hitting the specific attraction triggers that make a woman want you. Which brings me to my next point. Mistake number 2, not understanding how to build attraction. You might think attraction is about manipulation and using pickup techniques to get the girl. That's wrong. When I was first learning how to meet women, I studied from a lot of pickup artists. Some of them taught me some great concepts about female psychology and attraction. However, at the same time, I read about things on manipulation, lying to women, and making up fake stories just to impress a woman. I'll tell you right now, doing this kind of stuff turns you into a liar and a manipulator and destroys your ego. Women can feel when you're being inauthentic. They can feel when you aren't being yourself. And they'll reject you over and over again. To avoid this torture, you need to become an upgraded version of yourself. Most of the advice you'll hear from your friends is centered around the idea of just be yourself and women will like you. By now, you've probably realized that being yourself isn't getting you any. Instead, by working on becoming a better version of yourself, you'll be able to understand female psychology, confidently talk to women, and finally have interesting, meaningful, and real conversations without any lying or manipulating. You'll become the kind of man who's confident and sure of himself in this world, and that's when you'll finally start to get incredible, long-lasting, real results. More dates and more sex. A high-quality girlfriend who will be undyingly devoted to you from day one. Mistake number 3. Most guys don't know how to turn a woman on. The reason most guys fail with a woman is because they don't know how to turn her on. When a girl sees you as a friend, it's difficult for her to see you as a lover. Sexually, men and women are wired differently. Men have a hard time understanding this concept. Trust me, I know this firsthand. Remember the girl I told you about earlier, Brittany? My ex who was still obsessed with her gay ex while dating me? I could have flipped that situation on its head with a technique I'm about to reveal to you. So, how do you turn a woman on? Well, let me tell you another story. Recently, I was approached by National Geographic to shoot a segment on approaching girls. The funny part was that they labeled me as the nice guy, and I was in a contest with another guy who acted as a jerk. We both competed at approaching women to see who would win. I ended up winning and getting more numbers. You want to hear the most interesting part? The interactions with the girls who gave me their numbers all had one thing in common. I touched the girls while we talked. Yes, physically touched. A few girls I hugged, while some others I lightly touched on the arm. If you understand how to touch a woman, you will turn her on. And once you turn her on, she'll want to see you again. I went back and watched some of the footage from that day, and without fail, every single girl I got a number from, I touched in some way. If you want to turn a woman on, touching her on specific parts of her body will make this happen. Of course, you'll want to keep this appropriate. Don't be invasive. Start touching the girl right away if you want to establish yourself as a potential lover. Some places work better than others, so it's a bit of a puzzle until you discover all the best spots. Listen, don't worry, I've worked it all out for you in the program, but more on that later. Wow, that was a lot of information. You may be feeling a tad overwhelmed at this point, and that is perfectly okay. You could already go a long way with the information that I've given you. If you play it smart, put in a lot of effort, take a whole bunch of risks, crash and burn a few times, and you'll be on your way to getting the kind of women that you want. Of course, it'll take you a long time to put all the pieces together on your own. Without my help, it is doable. I did it, but it took me 3 long years. Or you could take the road that shows you all the right moves and all the mistakes to avoid, and takes you straight to attracting the kind of gorgeous, amazing women that you deserve. Now let me show you the most simple, focused, and powerful step-by-step solution to dating success. Why risk more failure and frustration trying to figure it all out by yourself when I've laid out the exact step-by-step blueprint already? It's a system I've tested and perfected over a number of years on thousands of women. It works virtually every single time for any man, and it'll work for you. It's called the Date Machine. It's a program built on step-by-step systems and formulas proven to get you the women and relationships you desire. This tested, proven, and efficient system for meeting and dating beautiful women will work for you. Even if you're not rich, tall, or good-looking. Even if you're convinced you've seen and tried everything. Now, before I tell you what the Date Machine is, I need to tell you what it isn't. The Date Machine is not a magic pill. It's not for men who are interested in using manipulative tactics that leave women worse off. The date machine is not for keyboard jockeys who aren't action takers. I can tell you this. What I'm revealing today is the cutting edge of attracting fun, hot, young women. An attraction method that you've never considered before, even if you think you've tried it all. I'm about to reveal an approach to meeting, attracting, and sleeping with the women of your dreams. And that's totally unique, surprisingly simple, and works for anyone at any age. Now, before I do, I need to make something very clear. I will only be taking on a limited number of seats per program, and that's because I don't want this knowledge to be treated as a commodity. This is for men who have the burning desire to transform their lives and become better versions of themselves, so they can date amazing women who will blow their mind every single day, every single night, and every hour in between. Are you that man? Do you want this badly enough? If you intend to just read about it and not take action, then you need to leave this page right now. The few places available need to go to Men of Action. However, if you're willing to take the plunge, to trust the system, I have a place waiting for you right here. Haven't you been lied to long enough? It's time to put away the gimmicks, invest in yourself, and start using the real deal. And how do I know it's the real deal? Because just a few years ago, I was in the same place you are right now. And after I enlisted the help of dozens of so-called dating experts and spent thousands of dollars on personal coaching and seduction boot camps, I kept coming up empty-handed. After months of this, my wallet was as empty as my bed. However, I've managed to sift through all the garbage I'd been fed and found a few solitary nuggets of wisdom. Armed with what little I knew, I went out almost every night, building a skill set that works, that makes sense for men like you and me who want to be authentic. Until one day, it all fell into place. I finally understood how the dating machine works, and I organized it all into a comprehensive, no-nonsense guide that I want you to have today. This is the same guide my students have been using to achieve stellar success with dazzling women. And now, starting today, their success can be your success. Have you ever stared in awe at a man who could just hit it off with any woman he desired? Have you ever wondered what it was exactly he was doing to attract women so effortlessly? You won't need to wonder anymore, because these techniques are now within your reach. Yes, right now. Starting today, you'll be able to apply them easily to pull hot women to you naturally and effortlessly. And you'll be able to do this while staying true to yourself, true to who you are, without resorting to gimmicks, lies, and BSing women. Now, before we go any further, I need to come clean. If you're looking for yet another miracle cure that you can pull off just by sitting on your ass at home watching TV, then it's time to wake up. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, they are not solutions. They are train wrecks waiting to happen. You know they don't work. This is not some rip-off miracle cure for lonely men. This is a realistic, proven formula that works. There's no such thing as picking up awesome, exciting, gorgeous women while eating junk food on your couch and scratching your junk. However, with the dating machine, it's as easy as it gets. And the results are guaranteed. If you want to, walk into any place, pick up any woman there, confidently walk up to her and get her excited just talking to you, overcome that gut-wrenching anxiety that rips your stomach apart every time you even think about approaching women, know exactly what to say to these super hot women so that within minutes, they'll be begging you to take their number and call them. Transform the dating game from a tiresome walk along a twisted, perilous mountain path into a luxury trip in a limo on a 10-lane, gold-bricked superhighway. Then the date machine, it's not just a solution for you. It's the only solution for you. By now, you're probably wondering, what exactly is the date machine? I promise you I've left no stone unturned. The program itself is made up of 11 very detailed and in-depth modules. I also put together an amazing bonus package. First, let's go over how this program is structured. Module 1, Confidence and Understanding Attraction. You will learn the 3 pillars of inner confidence that give you the power to attract any woman you see. Kill any insecurities you might have so that you're comfortable in your own skin. 6 quick methods that you can use today to immediately start feeling more confident. The 8 C's of attraction. These are the 8 foremost things you need to focus on to become your most attractive self. Each one is essential to building magnetic attraction with women. Module 2, eliminating approach anxiety. This includes my 6-step system to beating approach anxiety and how to destroy fear of rejection. Module 3, style and talking about yourself. You'll learn how to talk about yourself in an interesting way that builds attraction, instead of the way most guys talk about themselves that bores and repels women. Make yourself stand out from the other men. Transform your seemingly boring stories into interesting stories that engage women. You'll also learn techniques for destroying your inner nice guy and transforming yourself into a man who is naturally attractive to women, without having to be a manipulative or act like a jerk. The 3 principles of style: how to dress for maximum attraction during the day, how to dress for maximum attraction at night, and the number 1 most important piece of fashion and how to wear it. Module 4, attractive body language. Find out how to use your body to turn women on, how to stand when you're talking to a woman, adopt a power posture to boost your attraction, where to position your hands when you talk to a woman, and how to hold eye contact with a girl you find exceptionally attractive. Module 5, how to approach girls anywhere. Are you ready to dive into the field? This module will show you how to approach a girl during the day, sidewalk, a grocery store, a bookstore, approach a girl at night in bars or clubs and lounges, approach a girl at a party, approach a group of girls, approach a girl when she's alone, approach a girl when she's walking, sitting, or standing. Always know what to say to girls when you approach in all the above settings. Transition from opener into conversation. This is packed with examples you can start using right away. Module number 6, the conversation roadmap. Learn all about the 3 principles of conversation, how to use your body language in conversation, the conversation formula, how to keep talking to a girl forever, how to break out of interview mode, how to ask interesting questions, how to create an emotional connection, how to tell your stories and what to say, how to be funny, how to get a quiet girl to talk to you, how to talk to a group of girls. Module number 7, transitioning to flirting and seduction. Really hot stuff here. Learn all about the 4 principles of seduction, female psychology of desire, how to turn her on and make her feel sexual, how to transition into a seductive state, the biggest mistakes most guys make when seducing a girl and how you can avoid them, how to flirt with any girl you talk to, push and pull strategies, how to compliment girls with specific examples, how to show your intentions with more specific examples, how to tease girls with even more examples, the girlfriend routine to build instant intimacy and rapport with any girl. Module 8, sexual touching techniques. Are you ready to take it up a notch? These advanced touching techniques include the rules of touching, the seductive handshake, exactly how and where to touch her on her body, the 3 phases of touching and escalation, step-by-step physical escalation examples, how to seduce a girl with your body language, calibration techniques, how to see the signs that she does or does not like you, how to know when a woman is ready to be kissed, how to know when she's ready to get sexual. Module number 9, how to ask a girl out. This module includes the 3 principles of closing, the different types of closes, the signs for when she's ready to be asked out, the number 1 secret that makes getting her number easy, what to text her right after you get her number, when you should text and when you should call, exactly what to say in a text, exactly what to say on a call, the texting formula to get her to meet up, what to do next if she doesn't respond to your text. Module number 10, how to build a dating relationship with a woman. This is where we go deep into a woman's psychology to build meaningful moments. This stuff works wonders whether you want a casual fling or a long-term relationship. How to deal with flaking, when to set up the first date, what to text between meeting her and the first date, where to take a woman to make her want another date, how to tell if this girl is your perfect 10, how to touch and seduce her on a first date, how to set up the second and third date, how to set up your apartment so women feel comfortable and want to have sex. Bonus module, lifestyle hacking. When you master the rest of this material, your success will multiply by 10x. NLP techniques for building strong connections with people. How to build a social circle from scratch to make it easier to meet women. How to attract the hot girls at work. How to attract sexy older women. The type of lifestyle that women find the most attractive and how to build it. The Date Machine is delivered in an intuitive and simple to use members area that will be sent to your email immediately after you register for the program. If you're looking for the easiest, fastest way ever to meet and attract stunning women, then you've probably already figured out. The Date Machine will get you there. You'll have beautiful women lining up to meet, date, and have sex with you. And I guarantee it. I've spent years approaching thousands of women everywhere. On the street, in clubs, in libraries, cafeterias, even on TV, experimenting with every conceivable method, throwing out the bad and maximizing the good. Now you get to benefit from it by getting those hot, exciting women that you desire. Now let me ask you a question. What's the cost of frustration, embarrassment, disappointment, loneliness? What would you pay to never have to experience any of those feelings ever again? I can tell you how much. Men who were once in the exact same situation as you are right now willingly paid thousands of dollars to learn what I have to offer. By the time I was through with them, they had all achieved what they had come for. Massive success with the women of their dreams. Here's what some of them had to say about how my coaching turned their lives around forever.
I just finished a mini date with a girl, probably the fifth or sixth girl that I approached, and I spent over an hour with her, had an awesome conversation, super hot girl.
It actually works. It's surprising. You say the most simple things to girls and they respond like that.
I've gotten numbers. I've even persisted on getting in a number with just the prettiest girls. And I'm not so outcome driven as well.
I feel like I'm really confident. Like I can go to whoever and I can approach anyone. And the approach anxiety, like it shrinks to a really small amount, and it doesn't really even matter anymore. Like I can just go to anyone, talk to them. I don't have any problem finding topic to talk about anymore.
And they all insist they would have gladly paid twice the price, because no price is big enough when it comes to finding happiness. Now you may be thinking, Trip, I really want to learn this stuff. I'm sick and tired of having to stumble my way into a woman's pants and only to fail over and over and over again, never getting anywhere. However, I'm not sure I can afford to buy the Date Machine, even though I'm 100% sure it's the only thing that'll get me the hottest, most amazing women I could dream of. Well, let's be honest here. You're right. The program should cost a pretty penny. After all, the Date Machine has already helped hundreds of men get more dates faster and easier than ever. Listen, I'll get to the price in just a few moments. First, I want to share a few unique benefits this one-of-a-kind system will deliver you. I want to make sure you feel completely confident this is indeed the one thing that will get you the women you've always desired and never could until today. In Module 2, you'll discover the 6-step system to beating approach anxiety, as well as my conversation formula that teaches you how to talk to any girl you find attractive. This formula took me months to develop and perfect, and it works like a charm every time. If you've ever experienced the embarrassment of being in a conversation with a hot girl and suddenly running out of things to say, you will never have to worry about that again. Ever. That's not all. You'll also learn the secret to avoiding rejection. I really don't need to tell you that this alone is worth the investment in the Date Machine. Here's one you'll definitely love. How about a stupidly simple yet super clever way to get a girl thinking about you for days after meeting you, without having to use weird pickup gimmicks? Yeah, I figured you liked that one. It's a huge favorite with all my students. Of course, you'll get all the high-impact tactics to get you well ahead of the game. The 3 phases of touching, my texting formula that gets her to meet up, and all the modules and other exciting bonuses will be available for instant streaming and downloading inside the members area. You can access your material anywhere as long as you have internet access. If I had to stop right here, I would already have over-delivered. After all, you're getting the definitive system that guarantees the lifestyle and women of your dreams, right? I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm about to sweeten the deal with some awesome extras that are only available today because you're watching this video. When you invest in the date machine today, you'll get the following amazing bonuses, all for free. Bonus number 1. The first bonus is the in-field breakdown report. It'll show you real live examples of approaches so you can implement them just as easily when you talk to beautiful women. I break these approaches down explaining every subtlety in the interaction with the girl, creating easy step-by-step procedures that you can follow to spark massive attraction the next time that you talk to a girl. You will witness the entire interaction from start to finish, with full detailed commentary on every move and how to do it. It's just like being in the field with me whispering in your ear, something which until today has only been available to those who paid for one-on-one coaching with me. If you decided you wanted to spend 1 hour in the field with me, it would cost you $97. There are many hours of footage here, so you do the math. And yet, when you invest in the date machine today, you'll be getting this awesome resource for free. I promise you, this is a game changer. Bonus number 2. The second bonus you'll get today is what women want. I interview porn stars, models, Playboy models, the kind of women you'd have sworn were out of your league. I also interview a girl named Chelsea who is billed as the hottest girl in America. I ask them the most hard-hitting questions on what women want and get the answers that any man can use to tap into the mind of a woman. And man, I promise you, they spill the beans on some of the most amazingly counterintuitive, unconscious, subtle moves that women make when they are attracted to a man. They give specific and detailed instructions on how to talk to them, what kind of man they want, how to flirt with them, how to approach them, how to turn them on. This is as close as it gets to enlightenment. It's your private backdoor entrance into the minds of the women that you desire. Now let's be honest. Right now, with what you know, the only way you could get one of these women to open up and talk to you like this would be to pay a couple of months' salary on bar tabs, taxis, and gifts. As it is, I normally value this program at $97. And considering what's inside, that's a steal. However, if you order the date machine today, this program is yours for free. Okay, so now you know what's inside the date machine. You know it's going to deliver on its promise. You know it's your first-class one-way ticket to success with the women you've always wanted. This is the exact same material that students have paid big money to learn from me personally. When they heard I was releasing it to the public, they insisted I price it for at least $997. In a way, I can understand why that would be fair towards them. Listen, I know that there are men out there who desperately need this knowledge, for whom this price tag would be out of reach. And I know that given the opportunity, these men would put their whole heart and soul into applying my teachings and becoming successful with the women of their dreams. So I had a long tug of war with my marketing manager, and he finally gave me some slack, allowing me to slash the price down to $397. Remember, on top of that, you're getting $194 in bonuses for free. Fair deal? Wait. Before you click the Buy Now button, hear me out. Can you walk away from this deal? Sure, feel free. I have no right to push you into being successful. You'll just keep going down the road you're going on now and end up spending 10, 20, even 100 times the investment in the date machine, wasting precious time getting rejection after rejection, or perhaps missing the opportunity to meet that hottie at the coffee shop. And let's not even talk about the number of women you could sleep with. After using just a couple techniques you'll learn from this program, let's be honest here, if you had to add up all the bar tabs that you'd rake up just trying to drink away the nervousness to finally approach a woman, I'm guessing you'd fly way past the $397 mark. So let's make this an easy decision for you. I want to make this a no-brainer. As I record this, my marketing manager is looking at me right now, shaking his head, and I can see what he's thinking. Trip, you're an idiot. Do you have any idea how much money we're losing out on this? But I don't care. I have a dream, a mission, and I'm about to do everything in my power to achieve it. So hear me out a little bit longer. I'll make it worth your while. this mission, I'd really love for you to be a part of it, along with many others who want to finally be able to get any woman that they want, plus a phone packed with the numbers of beautiful women they can meet up with on demand. Not to mention a sex life most men will only dream of. If you could only find it within you to take action now, you could actually be a part of all this. I want to reach out to 500,000 men and help them each get 10 dates with the women of their dreams. It's a daunting goal, and I'm still very far from achieving it. However, a guy can dream big, right? So for this amazing resource that my ex-students want me to sell for $997, that I've already managed to bring down to $397, for today only, for you who is watching this video right now, the total investment in the date machine, including all the bonuses valued at $194, is only $67. What's there left to say? You probably spend more than that on drinks in one night, alone. Look below right now. You see that big yellow button? That button is your one-way ticket to the woman of your dreams. She's waiting for you, with big dreamy eyes and long legs that seem to stretch forever. Don't keep her waiting. Click on the yellow order button to lock in your discounted price of $67. Hey, by the way, I want to let you know something important. To me, one of the biggest things in any relationship is trust. So I want to take a moment to reassure you. You and I have never met. I have no right to come here and ask you to trust me. And that's why I want to do something that will make you feel completely safe. I want to offer you my unconditional triple guarantee. I want you to try the date machine on me for a full 60 days. If you don't get more hot dates with beautiful women, if you don't find our service and attention to your satisfaction, even if you don't like the way I look, if you are not 100% satisfied in every way, I'll gladly refund your money. No questions asked, no hassles, no hard feelings. As you scroll below this video and put your cursor on the big yellow button, I want you to know that all the risk is on me. You'll be getting instant access to the date machine for the heavily discounted price of $67. You'll get all the free bonuses, and if you're not happy for any reason, you can get your money back. Look, there's not much left to say. All these guys started out just like you, and look where they are now. This is the kind of success that awaits you. It's waiting for you right below behind the big yellow button. Get the date machine right now for $67 and get $194 worth of free bonuses. Start on your path toward hot, exciting women right now with instant access to the program. See you on the other side. Hey, it looks like you're the kind of guy who keeps pushing for more. I like that. It's a trait that will serve you well when you start applying the techniques and strategies in the date machine. I want to reward you for your tenacity. If you act today, right now, before this video ends or you leave this page, I'm going to include another super bonus worth $47. Absolutely free. It's called Rapid Sexual Escalation. You'll learn a proven step-by-step system on how to smoothly transition into sex. I will show you the easy moves to get a woman hot and horny for you, even if you have very little or no sexual experience. The normal price for this is just $47, and it's yours today for free. By acting today, only on this page, you will get it all. The dating machine, all the bonuses I covered earlier with $194, the super bonus rapid sexual escalation worth $47 for the ridiculous price of $67. Now remember, you're not just getting an incredible discount today. You'll also be joining the ever-growing date machine community. You'll make a whole new group of friends who will help you progress, stay inspired, and have more fun along the road to success. For instant access to everything, click on the yellow button that says Buy Now. No shipping costs, no delays. Instant access to every feature of the date machine. Your free super bonus rapid sexual escalation worth $47. Your free infield breakdown report worth $97. And your free What Women Want worth $97. That's a total of $241 worth of free bonuses. Not to mention the super discounted price of the program. All yours for $67. When you click the yellow Buy Now button, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page. Then you'll select the add-ons you want to help you start meeting more beautiful women even faster. Finally, you'll arrive at our secure members area. It's that simple. Soon, you'll be experiencing the best sex of your life with the most beautiful women you deserve. Here's the brutal truth. You've been deceived for years by con artists, the media, and quick fix seduction solutions. Then there's the pickup artist idea so many of us have tried, including me. And who can forget all those false promises made by other dating experts that never stood up to the light of day? Today is your day to claim your power and take responsibility. You do it by taking action, doing what you know you must do to get real dates by working a plan that simply works. Remember, unlike those cheap gimmick-heavy seduction scams, this is the real deal, and it's 100% guaranteed. You'll have a full 60 days to try the date machine. It's on me, and it's risk-free. Either you're overwhelmed by numbers and dates, or you don't pay. And as soon as you get your login to the date machine, go to Module 7 so you can discover the female psychology of desire. The female psychology of desire will guarantee you begin right where you need to start and get women to open up to you. Remember, along with the female psychology of desire, which is included in the date machine and is your step-by-step solution to getting more dates with beautiful women, you'll also be getting in-field breakdown. You'll see live interactions broken down step by step to show you how to approach a woman without getting rejected. What women want, you'll learn from the hottest women on the planet exactly how to get them craving you within 7 seconds of meeting. Rapid sexual escalation. The super bonus, which pretty much speaks for itself. Listen, don't put this off any longer. Let me tell you why. First, keep in mind that I've discounted the date machine by over $470. And I did it risk-free for you, and it's 100% guaranteed. And this price is going up sometime real soon, or my marketing manager will strangle me while I sleep for all the money I'm throwing away. Also, I really don't know how long the free super bonus rapid sexual escalation will be available, and it won't be for much longer, at least not for free. Those who act today will lock in their discount and get this free bonus. Others won't be as lucky, and really, if you don't take action now, you never will. Winners act when they see a good thing. Is this a good thing? You tell me. How does this sound compared to 10 more years of no sex? Don't throw away your future by hoping the answer might one day come your way. Take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can. And get on the fast track to success with women by using the smartest, most proven system for attracting women on the planet. Click the yellow Buy Now button right now. And let's get you started today. Hey, you're still here? I'm guessing you still have some questions. That's totally cool. I can appreciate that. It's the mark of a sharp person. Let me answer some of the most common questions I get about the date machine. Does this work on girls in Canada? Yeah, I mean, of course, it works on girls anywhere. I mean, you can meet girls with this system in Canada, America, Australia, freaking Africa. It works anywhere. It doesn't really matter if the girl is from a specific country. What matters is that you learn the specific attraction triggers that actually turn a girl on. So the thing is that all women are really the same, and you have to understand that. Women are all wired just the same. We're all humans, right? So if you end up talking to any kind of girl, this stuff in the date machine is the stuff that's going to work. So yes, it absolutely works in Canada. Okay, next question is it going to cost something every month? No. This is not a subscription. This is not a continuity program. This is just a one-time investment of $67. That's all it is. So there's no hidden costs. There's nothing that's going to be rebilling you for any reason. Nope, this is just $67, plain and simple, and you'll see it on your credit card or PayPal, and it will be a secure private transaction. Will it work if I'm over 40? Well, that's a really great question. Yes, it will work if you're over 40. I've worked with men all over the world, a lot of men actually who are over 40. I've worked with men who were in their 50s. The oldest guy I ever worked with was a guy who was 63 years old. And these same techniques that are in the date machine are the same techniques that I've worked with guys who are over 40, and it's worked for them. A quick story, I worked with a guy who was, I believe, 43 or 44. He was like in his early to mid 40s, and we used these techniques in person, and he actually ended up making out with a really hot 26-year-old blonde. So yeah, this will work for you as long as you are over 18, up until your 60s, 70s. Again, this is all about if you're trying to attract a girl, because this is what this program is about. It's about hitting the attraction triggers, and it doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, like I said, doesn't matter how rich you are, doesn't matter if you're bald, doesn't matter what you look like, it will definitely work for you. Can I get the discount later if I want? No, you can't. If you see above, there's a little bit of a timer, and this program is really only available for the timer that you see. It will stop there. I don't know if I will ever be releasing it again because we'll have to put some changes on it, change some things in the program. This is sort of like a little bit of a test just to get it out there and then see what we can do with it. So no, the discount is really just available right now, and it's time to get it now because this is pretty much it. Okay, another question is, will it work if I'm ugly? Yes, it will work if you're ugly. I wouldn't consider myself very attractive, and it's worked for me. A lot of the guys that I've worked with are, I wouldn't say your typical attractive guys. Sure, I've worked with a few guys who I think were kind of attractive, but that was very few and far between. Most guys who use this program would not be considered an attractive guy by any means. So yes, it will work for you if you think you're ugly. Again, it's not about looks. It's not about what kind of money you have in your bank account. It's about the things that you can say to a girl and the authentic you that's going to be attracting the girl. And all those systems are, in the date machine. It's going to teach you what to do and what to say to her that's going to get her attracted to you. It's not about looks. Will it work if I have a small penis? Yes, it will absolutely work if you have a small penis. That doesn't matter. Again, when you use the systems and formulas in the date machine, what's going to happen is girls are going to have this irresistible attraction towards you, right? So they're not going to care how big your penis size is. In fact, here's a little secret. Most women don't really care how big your penis is. They just want to know that you can be the confident guy that wants them. Right? So that's just part of it. And again, there's just way more in the date machine itself. But yes, it will work if you have a small penis. I'd even say it might even work if you have no penis. That's how powerful it can really be. Will it tell me what to say when I walk up to a girl? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to have extremely specific examples of what you need to say. Of course, in there, we're going to be, like I said, holding your hand the whole way through, okay? And you're going to know what to say, when to say it. It's all going to be completely written out for you. You just use it word for word, a line for line, and it's going to help you start conversations with really attractive women. So yes, it will tell you exactly what to say. I'm guessing that just about covers it. I'm starting to lose my voice from all this talking. I'm going to call it a day. I have no right to push you into being successful after having taught so many students. I know for a fact that the date machine is going to bring you the women you've always desired and could never get. If that's something you want to achieve right now, then click on that yellow button right below. Get the date machine at the discounted price of $67. Get all the free bonuses worth $214. It's your call. I'm off to have a drink with my gorgeous girlfriend. I sincerely wish you the best.